is Josh Fryday. He's California's Chief Service Officer. He leads California Volunteers, and one of the exciting things you did this week was the launch of, or recently, was the launch of the Climate Action Corps. First off, Josh, welcome back, and tell us, what is that?
Thank you so much. Always fun to be with you, Elex. The California Climate Action Corps is really an unprecedented effort in our state to mobilize citizens at scale and all of our California residents to take action on climate. Governor Newsom is very passionate about creating a culture of climate action here in California, and that includes bold climate action coming out of Sacramento. But he also understands that if we're really going to tackle this crisis like we need to protect our homes and our communities and future generations, that we have to mobilize what is really our most powerful asset, and that's the 40 million people who live here in California. So we launched the country's first statewide Climate Action Corps here in California to call on all Californians to step up, take action now, and be part of the solution. And we're going to give you the tools to do that and empower people to unite in their communities and come together and really take action now.
So what does that mean? What sort of things will people do?
Sure. So we're setting up a really exciting effort to basically give everyone the opportunity to take action, whether you want to commit to a year of service or you want to volunteer for an hour and everything in between. We're going to give you the opportunity to take climate action. And that starts off with a really exciting fellowship program that we've created, where next year there's going to be hundreds of climate action fellows organizing climate projects around the state. So if you're willing to serve for a year or a semester or a summer, we'll give you a living stipend and get a scholarship of up to $10,000 to pay for school to organize around climate. So we're asking people to apply now, be a climate action fellow, and serve your community. We're also asking people to volunteer, to step up and join an organization in your community. And we've partnered with VolunteerMatch, and we're creating the first in the nation statewide hub of networks of organizations. So in any community, you're going to be able to find a volunteer opportunity to take climate action. And then lastly, we're asking you to take action now. Everyone, and we're providing a top 10 list of actions that you could take at home. Everyone can take action now on climate. You can do it from the comfort of your home, and we provide a lot of ways that you can take action today.
Now, of course, climate change is not the only issue that you're focused on. Last time we talked to you a couple months back, it was about Californians for All, when you were asking people all over the state, of our 40 million people, to step up, sign up to volunteer in their communities. How's that going, and what's some of the progress we've seen so far?
That's right. Thank you for asking about that, because the reality is that we know we live in a divided time, in a polarized society today. And Governor Newsom believes really strongly that we can come together, we can unite, and we can solve our biggest challenges by stepping up to serve and volunteer and engage in your community. So we launched Californians for All, and you can go and sign up still today at CaliforniansForAll.CA.Gov to ask people to step up and help those most in need who are affected by the COVID crisis. And just to give you one example, we saw immediately after the COVID crisis started that food banks saw an unprecedented spike in need at the same time where they lost many of their volunteers who were seniors and didn't feel comfortable going in anymore. And so we stepped up and called on people across the state to become volunteers at food banks. And we just commemorated, Elex, last week, in fact, the 100 millionth meal that was served at food banks provided by volunteers who stepped up in California, working in conjunction with the National Guard and Conservation Corps and AmeriCorps. And I think what that demonstrates is that even when we have huge challenges like COVID and like food insecurity, Californians are willing to step up and have stepped up in a major way to protect those most in need.
Well, we love hearing that. That's really important. I know you said some 90,000 people volunteered at food banks as well, which is pretty amazing. You know, there's a lot of controversial issues to get into. I love that you get to focus on the good stuff that brings everybody together. And nice to just focus on that for a change, too. Some of those debates are for other nights with other folks. For more information, you can check out ClimateCorps.CA.Gov. Josh, really appreciate it. Keep up the good work. We'll be right back.